Hi everyone. Because we are using an LLM to judge the response, this LLM itself could be wrong, right? Because at the end, it is also an LLM and it also needs to be evaluated. So, whenever you find that there are any mistakes or you want humans to have a second opinion on this, you can submit whatever rows you want a human to review and you can submit it for labeling. You can submit it for an existing labeling task, or you can create a new review task, for example. When you open them, you can see each of the samples from your test have been added here for human review. Now, typically, when nonprofits collect human feedback, they often do it on a sheet which looks something like this. So you have the input, the output, and then you have one column for each annotator. The problem with this is that annotator 2 now can see what annotator 1 gave, introducing bias into the process. And so these annotators didn't actually annotate independently. To address that problem, we have added support for um, creating labeling jobs for each of the annotators within Calibrate itself. When you do that, there's a unique link that is created for each annotator. And when they open this link, they don't get to see what others have added. They are just shown all the tasks that they are supposed to perform. So, for example, for this question, I need to fill these fields. And I've given my feedback, and I can come back and as a second reviewer, I can go and annotate again. Um, and once I have gathered multiple annotations, I can see uh, a score of agreement between my human raters themselves. So my human raters in this particular case are themselves not 100% aligned, right? Uh, and so I need to, before I can make my LLM judge reliable, I need to go back and ensure that my annotators, my experts themselves agree on what good looks like. But assuming that you've done it, on the same data set, I can run my LLM judge as well. And when I do that, you can see that I am getting a score of a human agreement for my LLM judge. So for each of the responses, I can see what my LLM judge gave, what one annotator gave, what a different annotator gave, and I can look at just the disagreements, for example. Um, but I have a concrete quantified way to know how much does my LLM judge agree with my human experts. At this point, again, you can go and read the reasoning given by the humans, given by the LLM judge, and figure out what is going wrong. But that is not scalable. And back to our promise, this is again connectable to Claude, where Claude can analyze these disagreements and come up with what needs to be done next. Claude has completed analyzing it, and you can see that it found that there are three disagreements, and it has found the root cause, that the judge is unnecessarily penalizing the agent response, and so the mistake is in the judge. And it has already figured out what is the fix, and it asks me to update the prompt of the judge itself. So it will automatically update and create a new version of the prompt for the LLM judge based on the disagreement analysis here. Let me ask it to do that. Okay, create a new version. Okay, now you can see that it created a V2 of this prompt. So let me show you the initial version. This was the initial version of the prompt and the model. It kept the model the same, but just added another line to this. And let's see how this performs. When I rerun my LLM judge on the same data set, now my human agreement is 100%. Right? So this way, I was able to use Claude Code to analyze errors, uh, get suggestions, analyze disagreement with humans, identify why the prompt needs to be updated or how it needs to be updated, go ahead and do it and rerun and see that my agreement has improved. And thank you so much.